Good morning. In this video, we will analyze a very important topic discussed in the column Kerala Education. The column Kerala Education, which is in English, and the videos giving introduction to the column in both English and Malayalam is also attached along with this video. You can see all three below this video. The topic here is the autonomous college and how far a society like Kerala has gone to embrace it in its full essence, or rather how much and how can we afford the concept of autonomous colleges. Being autonomous is being free to choose, being free to decide, and more importantly, the freedom, the choice to defining your curriculum, defining your syllabus, defining your education system is to create a future. Syllabus, education, it's all about creating. It's all about creation. You create a way of learning, a system of learning to create or to mold a citizen who are creative, progressive, and universal. It is this concept of universal that is very important in the case of autonomous colleges. The famed universities abroad in West are renowned purely for their universal nature. Being universal is being embracing, being all embracing. It's about embracing. It's about embracing changes. It's about embracing diversity. It's about embracing time. To embrace time means to be constantly updated, constantly renewing. You are not rigid. You are flexible to the core, where you are ready to accept that you have to move on. What was considered the norm few days back, few months back, or even few hours back has been redefined or has been found to be outdated. It was wrong. You must admit that it is wrong, and you must start something new. That means you are constantly updating. You are not getting stuck. Admitting your fault, moving on. It's a very important concept, and it is a very important concept, or it's a very important system in Europe, which helps them being the pioneer, which helps them to remain the pioneers of change. It is there where we are able to find the fresh things, whether in science, whether in arts, everywhere. Whether it's the case of the topmost constitutional amendments, the topmost scientific inventions, the revolutionary art forms or cinema or literature that discuss the taboo, that discuss the one that is considered to be not to be something that is considered the one which should not be criticized. Each and everything is being done in Europe, or rather in West. It's not happening in India. There is, of course, things like ISRO or institutions like ISRO within their limited constraints achieving impeccable and unimaginable achievements. Of course, still, the space to discover yourself, the space to unleash yourself is not something that you find in India. So best institutions of science, best artworks, everything is produced in Europe. It's not that the most intelligent scientist is not available in India. the most vibrant artist is not available in India. But the space for them to express, their displeasure at something that's being considered superior is very limited in India. If you criticize someone or something that is considered as the epitome of virtue, you will be isolated and you will even face the threat to your life. That is where Europe stands apart, and that is where the concept of autonomous appear. Of course there are drawbacks, of course there are limitations, of course there are flaws in European or Western system. It's not that the West is superior. From racism to imperialism, there's lots of black holes in the soul of Europe, but still, soul of West, but still, the autonomous, especially in the educational field, is something that you could find only in West, not in India, and not even in Kerala. Not even in Kerala means, not that Kerala is the most superior state in India, but it is one of the most democratic societies in India. There is no hero worship. It's a very egalitarian society to an extent. The caste system are probably eradicated. High literacy. Literacy not in the sense that everyone is intelligent, but still there is the minimum access to quality education, quality health, quality policing. Even in such a society, the concept of autonomous colleges is way beyond pragmatism. Especially today, when this NAC and all these things have become nothing more than a matter of money, matter of few nuts, where the criterion to measure the quality of an education institution has nothing to do with the quality of students or teachers there, the quality of teaching there. It is absolutely about the amenities around, and it is absolutely the things that NAC do. You can just consult the experts, you can just consult the teachers at the university level in Kerala. You can understand that what NAC has nothing to do with the quality of education that is being provided there. It's all about a cosmetic thing. And in such a scenario, the criterion for autonomous colleges is hardly undefined. And the other thing is the political appointments. The concept of governors as chancellors is to retain it non-political. But what happens is that from governors to even Supreme Court has become a matter of political patronage. Politics interfere there. Politics enter there. Politics intrude. It's about people who are sympathizers, or if not slaves, of the ruling party that has been appointed as governors in almost every university. And even in Kerala, especially under the communist regime, you can feel that to be a university lecturer, university professor, to be even a university student, there is nothing more than it's just a matter of being a sympathizer of communist party. This has been the norm in Kerala, especially post E.K. Nayanar. So in such a scenario, it's not a political issue, but it is a political thing. It's not that Congress, it's not BJP are not interested in these things, but the uniformity in, or rather the cadre system, or rather the slave mentality in this communist system, or the military system in communism, where you are supposed to be loyal only to your political party, that makes them more dangerous in being able to hijack government institutions, whether it's a police system, whether it's a trade union system. It is easy for a communist system. It's very easy for a communist party to hijack the system because of the kind of irritating loyalty the party sympathizers show to to their political leaders or political party. So, in a state like Kerala, the Communist Party is the one who controls the entire academic cultural scenario in Kerala. It's very hard to believe that a neutral or rather a very open autonomous system would prevail. In such a scenario, we have to analyze the concept of autonomous. What is autonomous? It's about the option, the freedom to define, as told before, define, decide, and implement. It's about people, it's about institutions that create unbiased quality. It's about creation of quality that is tested by time and that is being created for years, for generations. And when you do that, it has to be unbiased. And you cannot expect it in a society that is highly political. The political and democratic rights that Kerala provides is absolutely unique, it's absolutely awesome, and it has to be appreciated. But the freedom to express and freedom to organize has become the freedom to politically mobilize. So the concept of autonomous education system or autonomous colleges or autonomous universities is way beyond the reach of Kerala, at least right now. A generation who are less political but highly rooted to their culture, religion is arriving, especially post a social media arena, with a shrinking political space, with less charismatic leaders, less organic political parties. You can find a scenario changing at least in 3 or 4 decades. But till then, you have to wait. Because autonomous is to be unbiased, to be creative, and to be pragmatic. And the first thing, unbiased, won't happen in a highly politicized academic scenario. So even a progressive society like Kerala cannot do it. You cannot expect it to happen anywhere else in India. That's damn sure. There will be intervention of a central government which won't be in good terms with the state government, especially the case of BJP in India. And they will have a governor who would be constantly at loggerheads with the state government. So in such a scenario, the university will be all about politics, political fights, just like what is happening inside the campus in the name of student politics. So as told before, it's a long way to go before being autonomous. To be autonomous is to be more broad, more engaging, more vibrant, more up to date, and willing to be flexible, to admit that we were wrong and we have to be right. For that, we have to move on, accepting defeat, accepting failure, and expecting things to change for better by willing to meet the change and be the change. That won't happen when and if you are politically biased. So let's wait and let's hope that a more broad political scenario happen in Kerala, at least in this post-social media arena where we are talking about living in space, living in sun, living in a moon. And we will realize that political fights won't take you there, but a broad concept where we realize that life is all about embracing new heights and pushing our limits to be the best. To be the best, to push the limits, you need to be more accommodative. To be more accommodative, you need to be more flexible. To be more flexible is to be more unbiased. So that unbiased, and that is where the issue starts. Let's hope we can correct it. Let's hope we become more broad.